That's good. So awesome. Starting at the right moment. Kalaimamani Natyacharya Dr. Srekala Bharath is one of Chennai's foremost Bharatanatyam dancer. A widely traveled and deeply dedicated artist, Srekala ma'am is a senior disciple of legendary Guru Dr. Srimati K.J. Sarasa. Srekala ma'am has carved a niche for herself in the world of Bharatanatyam through her distinctive choreographies and unique presentations. She is a meticulous teacher who has trained more than 400 students globally through her Tejas School of Performing Arts. She is probably the one dancer who released a coffee table book, Yatra, on her dance journey spreading over 50 years. And I welcome you, ma'am, and let me hope that we all continue to attend a lot of workshops from you and make the best use of the opportunities in the upcoming future. Thank you so much.
Sure,
Over to you,
Lavanya.
ma'am.
Thank you and most welcome. My pleasure. Because although I have done Zoom classes, in 2009 itself, I started taking Skype classes for my student at Detroit. And then Mrs. YG Patsati used to call me Modern Dronacharya. And due to pandemic from 2020, people, now everybody is online. So it is very nice online. I always have my students help because I am not a bit tech savvy. Let me be very frank with you, Lavanya. So my students help me a lot. But this is a very different kind of, a Zoom meeting, a workshop meeting that I'm having. Although I've had interesting conversations and interesting other for school chief guest and all I've done on Zoom. So this is my prayers, which is dance. Profound respects to my guru, Srimati K.J. Sarasa. And let me start with the topic that I've given, innovations and thematic presentation in Bharatanatyam, be it solo or group. Okay? Angikam bhuvanam yasya vastikam sadva vangmayam aharyam chandra tharadi tam numaha shatvikam shivam. Sadgurubhyo namaha. So many teachers are there, Lavanya told me. I am deeply grateful to Lavanya Shivaram. She's been behind my back for 1 year, I think. More than a year, Lavanya. I was not able to give her the date with so many other things, my performances. But now, finally, God has destined March 26, 2023 for us. So yes, thank you so much, Lavanya, to have invited and given a wonderful introduction. And my hi, hello to everyone who is present here. We are all well aware of the Margam in a Bharatanatyam format. I am presenting the same, and from 2000 have also delved into thematic presentations. That is 23 years ago, I started delving into thematic, both solo and group, which were very well received by the art connoisseurs. As the dancing population increases, so does the repertoire, thereby paving the way for innovations and thematic presentations. Innovation, Tamil Purima Lavanya, na Didina Tamil la peshina, they may not understand, right?
Some of them. So I translate it, ma'am.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm just telling. Innovation is the very breadth of the life of art. While the performing artist strives towards perfection and mastery of what is known and established in the art concerned, he or she also continuously tries to discover new ways of expressing the nuances of the art, creating new patterns, and weaving new designs, whether it be music, dance, or drama. It is this urge that keeps art alive and thriving, yet clothed in all its traditional finery. True, innovation makes itself felt in all aspects of performance, in the theme and in the exposition of the theme. In dance, It means that the lyrics, the manner in which they are put together, and the rhythm that brings the theme to life should all speak of innovation. Over the years, many transformations have taken place in the art of Bharatanatyam. From the days of Sadar, there have been many attempts to introduce new techniques so as to enrich the repertoire of this great art. Even in the region of hand and body movements, new angles have been explored without, of course, offending the structural, the pristine grammar of Bharatanatyam. Dr. Padma Subramaniam, for example, has greatly succeeded in this regard, and many have slowly adopted this technique. Now, amalgam, when we say amalgam, what are the items, the basic items? Not those days. Even me in my Arangetram, I did 8 to 9 items, May 22nd, 1972. But today, for the time constraint and for so many want of so many other things, we have maximum the margam for an hour and 15 minutes, conceptualized to 75 minutes, okay? So we start with an invocatory item. We go on to a Jatiswaram. Shabdam, poor thing, it's a forgotten item now. Even Jatiswaram, they forget Shabdam and Varnam, Padam, Javali, Tilana, and Andal or Kurati. We used to name it as, those days I'm saying, Oriental dance, okay? And now, because for my Arangetram, I did a Kurati as my 9th item. Okay, way back, I'm saying May 22nd, 1972. So today, what I have, the normal Alaripu, in what I have just introduced is, my student Dhanashri Manikam will just show you the Surya Mudra Alaripu. This, just the mudras will change, otherwise everything remains the same in the Tisra Alaripu. See, there are different Alaripu in different thalams. Many, Misram, Chaturasam, Tisram, Sankirnam, Khandam, so many Alaripu are there. But now, Dhanashri will just show, I'll just tell the vocal syllables, and where she'll just show hardly less than a minute with the, what is a Surya Mudra, do you all know? Chank and Chakram. I hope you're able. Chank and Chakram is the Surya Mudra. And this also is a Surya Mudra. I don't know whether you're able to see me. This also is a Surya Mudra. So letter, and this also is a Surya Mudra, and which is very brightening according to the, when you, depending on the creativity of the Guru also. So now let her just do a Tamtikam Taitate in Rupakam. Just watch her. Yeah. Dhalam Kutum. Continue. She's a very tall girl, okay? Dhalam Kutum. This is just from the, not from the beginning. I'm just showing you a bit of it, okay? She'll say Tamti Tam Taitate, she'll do. See, the Changa and Chakram, she has kept on her left and right hand, respectively. 1, 2, 3, start. Now, when she does that, when we tam titam titam, that just see what she will do. 1, 2, 3, start. Tam titam titam tam titam 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 jump jump Okay. Thank you. So this is just just a taste of a sample of the Surya Mudra Alaripu that I have done. You please, all you, my dear dancers, dance teachers, you can note down, because Lavanya told me that last 15 minutes there is an interactive session. Anybody can ask any question. If I'm able to answer, definitely I will. If I'm not able to, I'll tell I'm not able to answer your question. Don't worry about it. Feel free to ask anything. And then, as I told, in Chatiswaram, after Alaripo, even, that another invocation like Malari and any other Anjali, Pushpanjali, so many invocatory items are there. So when we, even Kautvam, so when we do all that, I have introduced the angles, the same Chokkanadar Kautvam that my guru has taught me. I just re-choreographed it, just took one angle, going the diagonal and then taking a square, which Dhanashri will just show you that. That is, from the center, you go to the diagonal and then you just have a square. She'll just show you now. 1, 2, 3, start. Because this Kautvam is in Mr. Chaputhalam. Okay, this Kautvam is in Mr. Chaputhalam, and my guru taught me in 1994. 1993 or 1994, I don't remember. So then I always believe, my dear youngster, all of you must be young. This July 4th, I'm going to be 62. So all you young dancers and dance teachers, in my experience of this is a 54th year of my dancing, let me tell you, whatever we innovate or we introduce, the tradition only will stand. There's a stamp for the traditional. Many people have agreed with me. The tradition, this also is very well within the tradition. That's what I admire so many dancers who are innovating but sticking to the tradition, to the pristine grammar of Bharatanatyam. So I really like it, because people need some change. Anyway, they'll come back. They'll come back to the pavilion, okay? It's around. So they want to come back to the original, whatever bhani that they are in, whether it's Varuvur or Pandanallur or Tanjavur or Kittappa, whatever bhani that they are in, and they want to come back to that. So the first item I told you, it could be Kautvam or an Anjali or a Pushpanjali or a Mallari, which we showed the Surya Mudra Alaripu and a sample of the Kautvam. And then comes the Chatiswaram. What I did, during, I think Varun will know about it. Even most of you will know, which Geetanjali videos released my video, super audio. In that Jatis, I think from 2006, they recorded, and they started uploading on the YouTube maybe only late, maybe just about 10 years back, or maybe even 6 or 7 years back. I'm not very sure about it. So in that, for the Ragamalika, again Mr. Chaputhalam of Tanjore Quartet. Sa ni sa ri sa ni da pa da ni da pa ma ga ma pa da ni. For the Mayadavus, that after we after the Jati, after we do the Swarams, for the Mayadavu, when they go back, takkita, takkat, dimi, other than the traditional one, I have just kept as if they are, the dancer is dressing herself, beautifying herself. Like one takkita, takkadimi, she's wearing the earring, and then she's wearing the bangle, and she's wearing the flowers, she's wearing the belt, and finally she's wearing the shalangais, the nupur, the gedja, whatever you call it as. So that's a very nice one. I just ask Dhanashri to show that. First Javi Muchapram, or second is Tading Ginnattu, Adakapram Panava. 1, 2, 3, start. Then that usually comes, and now the challenging and the jewels. 1, 2, 3, start. Sa, mi, se, mi, sa, da, pa, da, ni, da, pa, ma, da, ma, pa, da, ni. It is nothing major, okay? This is nothing major, but the small addition, my God, the way everybody started raving when my own Guru Sarsa teacher came for one of my students' performance and she's telling, I mean, how did you get all this? I said, teacher, because can you believe it? I can enter the Guinness Book of World Record. I was only with my respected KJ Sarsa teacher from 1969 to 1999. 30 years under the same guru. Hi, Chitra, Lavanya. She is Chitra Lakshumanan, my NRI student from Detroit.
Hello.
Yeah, she's... actually, she also wanted to dance and show, but unfortunately, she's had some leg pain. Otherwise, she would have also danced as Chakanada Kautvam. She would have surely danced and shown you people. And so we dealt with the invocatory, the first item, then the Jatiswaram. Then, as I told you, Shabdam, why do we use that? The first is just for the body to come out of your stiffness and blossom into a dancer with just a solukattu, whatever the talam is. Then in Jatiswaram, you're introduced with the swarams, with one jati, one tirmanam. Then Shabdam, very small jatis, tirmanams, with the abhinaya aspect is introduced in a Shabdam. And Shabdam is usually only on lords. It is not, I mean, gods and goddess. It is not on a reigning lord or a whatever. It is not on a human being. It is usually Shabdam revolves around gods and goddesses. And then comes the central piece. The prima donna piece is piece de resistance. Some people will call it as varnam. So the varnam, where you have to have the balance of the jatis, the tirmanams, the abhinaya, the tattamita adavus, all the adavus. If a dancer does her varnam very well, you can surely, you can definitely brand them as a good upcoming dancer, that he or she has got a very bright future, because that's the most challenging, important, because the stamina is put to test. Your abhinaya, your harimandi, your footwork, everything is put into test in that varnam. That's why those days, by the time we warm up, that's why they used to have all these items, like invocatory, alaripu or kautvam or whatever the item is, then jatiswaram, shabdam. By the time we come to varnam, we are very much warmed up. But what nowadays? With 5 items, we finished Arangetram itself. What to do? It's but they don't. But I mean, teachers like us, the performing gurus like us, we don't miss on the varnam and tilana. We definitely, for instance, don't miss even the jatiswaram for a arangetram. Maybe I don't teach some kautvam. I just teach one invocatory item. Either a jatiswaram or straight go. If the varnam is a big varnam, if my student is highly talented, I give her a tough varnam for the arangetram. Why? Even for Shalanga Puja, I make them do some varnam, you know that? And then a padam and a tilana. Or in Shalanga Puja, no tilana. But in a varnam, I see to it that I make them dance for 1 hour. The rest, after the tilana only, the chief guest come and speaks. That's how I have done, so that the chief guest should see the talent of these young children who come on stage, you know. And what's the use of just doing everything and going? So I believe in that. So now in this varnam, let me get you one point. Traditionally, most dance varnams have been set to Adi or Rupaka Thalam, that all of you know. Adi Thalam or Rupaka Thalam. Some gurus have experimented with more challenging talams, like Guru Narasimhachari, who has composed a varnam in Khanda Triputa Thalam, and have yielded not only innovative support beat, but have moved the dancer to unusually intricate rhythmic combinations with regard to footwork. The varnam is the ideal piece for such innovation, as it allows for detailed exploration of nritta and abhinaya, making it possible for the musician, the percussionist, and the dancer to push their artistic expression to greater heights. Yes, nowadays, not only Guru Narasimhachari sir, what Lavanya told that they've had even Guru Madurai R. Muralidharan has composed varnams in very difficult talams. And so there are so many, but I'm just telling you just one or two to name. That's all. Because Guru Narasimhachari is a very senior most Guru. Those days, that's what I'm trying to stress the point, that in those days itself, the nritta will be very different. You know, the right hand, if the right leg goes here, at that time, the left hand will go up. It's a beautiful synchronization between the footwork and hand with Narasimhachari sir's choreography. Excellent. It'll be excellent. But what I did for a Srekala Jati, and as a reverse Jati, I named. Yes, I know Chitra knows them very well, but Dhanashri will do that Srekala Jati once very few years ago, maybe 2016. 2016, Abhyama Chitra, we tried, I did the Srekala Jati, the second speed first, the first speed second, and the third speed third.
Yes, Auntie.
Instead of the first, second, third speed, which is normal, what I did, I started with the second speed. Then I went to the first speed, and then I went into the third speed. This is a Rupakatala Srekala Jati. Then she will dance and show you. One, two, three, start. Jump. Jump. Me. I think Pama, she's not able to remember. Wait. See, I did not wear a pajama. Let me see. This is the jump. Jump. Okay. This one, the second speed gets over. And the first speed, remember? See this, 1, 2, 3, start. Jump. Now comes the third speed. Jump. Jump. So it goes, I took the second speed first, and then I went on to do the first speed, and then came back to the third speed. If Chitra was all right, she would have danced. Unfortunately, but you can refer everything on YouTube. You can refer everything. Please, all you people who are listening, who are seeing this, refer everything, either Srekala Bharath TSPA or Chitra Lakshumanan dance. She has posted all these articles.
Nice.
I didn't because I made in the Zoom, I didn't know how I'm going to react. Dance and showing. So that's why I requested this. Child has come after 1 year. She just finished her 12th standard. So that Srekala Jati, but another Jati that I've tried to delve the new innovative, whatever effort is, the reverse. Like for instance, takata jam tarikita, she will do that. It will takata jam tarikita takata, that finishes. Then the reverse, Just watch her. It goes on, it goes like that. Of course, the Muktai will be different. So it's very interesting, actually. It was very well received, and I was complimented in the reviews. And I don't know how even the people who came, the reporters, saw that. I think 2015, I think, I'm sure it's 2015 or 2014, I still don't remember properly. That was a time that we started introducing all this. One more thing that I would advise, any such introductions, I think the dancer must be 35 plus, or at least 40. Till 40, you must be only the traditionally bound, according to me again. Don't compare with anybody. I am telling you, because once you get the tradition fully into your body, it's very nice to go into innovate. By then, you know why I'm saying the youngsters will follow you, right? For them, we should teach them the tradition, right? We should teach them that. And the innovative aspect is always good, but the youngsters should know the tradition first, and then the innovative aspect. That's all to it. You people can easily see nothing much I have done. Just a small, petite changes that I've kept. That's it. And as I told you, and then of course comes after the varnam, in a solo comes Padam, Javali. In fact, in 1995, please note the year 1995, my Guru Sarsa teacher taught me Netru Varin Endru Nayamiga Pesi, Innal Vare Kanine. The heroine tells her friend, see, he promised me, my lord, that he would come as an arrow, come back soon, but still he hasn't come. For which my Guru choreographed it as though the friend is teasing the heroine by saying, yeah, by now I think your man must have found another person. For which she interspersed the Javali, Smara Sundaranguni Sari Yavare. Who is equal to my lord, my dear? Don't you ever talk about my lord to me like that. Beautiful, which I taught Chitra to perform on February 28th this year for Karthik Fine Arts in India, Chennai. So those in 1995 itself, my Guru, very hardcore Varur Bhani teacher, Sarsa teacher, was a prime disciple of Varur Ramya Pillai. And she said, yes, we can do all this. It is no hassle at all. And then again, we were appreciated a lot. Like how a Padam with a Javali, you join them. So that's again a small innovative work. That's all to it. And, you know, instead of a Padam and Javali, these days, Abangs, Ashtapadis, and so many have come. Even I have delved in a Ragam, Tanam, Pallavi. A Ragam, Tanam, Pallavi is usually seen in a Carnatic vocal concert. I have choreographed the sequence in a dance format to suit the Saki theme, okay? If anybody wants to see this, mine is also there, but very immediately if you want, you see Chitra Lakshumanan, Lakshumanan. I have taught her to perform this Saki, and you can see on YouTube her dance. You can please take down the notes from that. How the Saki is an important, she has an important role to play in Bharatanatyam. Any varnam, if you say Saki in the Velayil, everything will be Saki, mostly, at least 80% will be only the Saki plays an important role. So you can watch that, the Saki. And of course, my Ashtapadis, my Abang, everything is being uploaded on YouTube. Srekala Bharath's TSPA, Tejas School of Performing Arts. And my spelling is with one E, Srekala. So that Lavanya will tell you all. That's no issues at all if you ask her. So you can definitely watch all this, because these are the, but again, do it in the pristine grammar of Bharatanatyam. Everybody will love it. Anyway, whom we have as Rasikas, the older generation, very few youngsters come. So they will enjoy it. They will really enjoy a very good combination of Nritya and Abhinaya. And for, Abhang and Ashtapadi, I told you that. And I will come to a group just now. As for my own experience, I have choreographed and presented solo thematic features on subjects like Bhaktamira, Mahila Mahima, the women's grandeur, Amrapali, and Saki, to name a few. Okay. And Mirabai, who is a 16th century saint poetess. And in Mira, my solo is also there on the YouTube. But you know what I did? From solo, I re-choreographed it into a group, Bhaktamira, a group, Amrapali. You know, for Amrapali and all, I was totally inspired by Vaijayanti Akka, Dr. Vaijayanti Malabali Akka's Amrapali, and I started, I did it. And at this juncture, let me all tell you, on March 20th, just 6 days back, Dr. Vaijayanti Akka honored me with an award known as Natyakala Sarathi from Pathasarathi Swami Sabha, which is a 120-year-old Sabha in Chennai. So I felt most blessed that day, because she was also honored for her 60 years of presenting Tirupavai on Sri Andal and her several decades of dancing. I think 2019 itself was the 75th year of her dancing. So now, for 79th year of her dancing. My God, like we say, MS Amma is the walking goddess. I think after that, we should call only Vaijayanti Akka as a walking goddess in dance. So it was such a beautiful function. Anyway, that apart, I'm just telling you that I was the two lines. In fact, I interspersed the Amrapali. When Amrapali pines for her lord, have enacted the two lines from the Hindi movie Amrapali, starring Vaijayanti Malabali. Tum yaad karte hai. I don't know my Hindi. Please ask Varun. Tum yaad karte. What's that song? Yeah. Tum yaad karte lenge. Really, my singer sang so well. How much of claps I got at that moment, you know. This one again was in 2005 when I did my solo Amrapali. Because then actually, Amrapali deals with an emotional turmoil of a royal courtesan who joins Buddhism. I have interspersed the Muktai Swaram of Ananda Bhairavi Varnam of Tanjore Quartet. Really, I did that. And so this how you can easily, even my Amrapali, I changed into a group. And it was very nice. The girls entering in Buddham Charanam Gachami, Dhammam Charanam Gachami. It was beautiful. It was a very nice theme, and it was, again, applauded by the Rasikas and press alike. Like that, I have done the Dasavataram, Arupade Veedu. Anyway, let me tell one by one. Rukmini Devi Arundel introduced many innovations in Bharatanatyam to suit the dance drama style. The citadel of fine arts, Chitra, founded by her, still continues her legacy in dance drama. She also introduced innovations in costumes to suit the character in dance dramas as against the Eka Aharya Lasanga mentioned in Natya Shastra, using one costume, Eka Aharya Lasanga, to depict several characters, which my guru believed in. Using one costume to depict all the other characters. I will tell you the examples that even I have done that. In this mode, I choreographed few group thematics. Still, I am choreographing presentations using suggestive props to enact the given character. For instance, Chakravarti Thirumagan, dealing with Sri Rama. how for Ravana, we use the black and red dupatta. Likewise, like an Angavastram. And when Sita, when king and all the royal kings come to woo her, Sita wearing a veil, usually which we don't do it in our solo Bharatanatyam. But I did in my solo Bhaktamira, I did wear a veil. When she marries Bojamannan of Mewar, Raja Bod, I wore a golden color veil. And when she she's been pushed to the jail by her husband due to her devotion to Sri Krishna, I'll be wearing one saffron color veil. So like that, I change, that small things. It's not only me, I'm telling only my experience. There are several dancers who are doing all these. Okay. And in Arupade Veedu, it was so beautiful. If one Tirthani is Valli. So on top of that Talasa, the headset, we keep the feather because she's a gypsy girl. We keep the feather and all that for the Valli. And from here, we keep that Nattu for Valli. And likewise, so many, if the demon Surapadman, where Lord Muruga destroys him. So for Surapadman, we keep again that Angavastram, again in black and red. And suddenly when he becomes as a tree, two girls will come and stand like a tree. And Surapadman will be behind that. And in Dasavataram, in order to show the Narasimhavataram, the pillar, Lord Vishnu comes as Lord Narasimha from the pillar, right? So the girls will be standing crisscross, okay? Crisscross like this. There'll be 6 girls standing, and I'll come. Usually I'm the Narasimha. So I will be sitting, or whoever the girl is, the dancer will sit in the center. The audience cannot see that because she is surrounded. As soon as Hiranyakashipu bangs the pillar with his mace, all the girls will fall down, the first 2-3 girls. And then I jump out of it and take Hiranyakashipu to do the needful as a Narasimhavataram. So it's very interesting. Like that, you can do with your own, just with one costume, Eka Aharya, you can show everything. You can show everything which will be even more appealing to the audience. If you really want to, if you're, many ways of interpreting and presenting the theme are there. This is what I've done, my way of presenting. Arupade Veedu Dasavataram, Vatsala Kalyanam. Vatsala Kalyanam deals with, I don't know how many people would have seen the movie Maya Bazaar. Okay. Vatsala Kalyanam deals with Gatotkajan. How Gatotkajan, who's a son of Bhima, born through a demoness, Bhima, but who helps in getting Arjuna's son get married to daughter, Balarama's daughter, Vatsala. Okay. Arjuna's son, Abhimanyu, get married to Balarama's daughter, Vatsala. So the way the Gatotkajan plays around, for that, I really saw that Maya Bazaar on the laptop, just certain parts. And then itself, I don't know, even I wouldn't have been born. Okay. The Skype has come. As soon as Krishna will give a gift to Vatsala, to his niece, and he'll say, go to your room, just you sit in private, and you you open the box. When she opens the box, Abhimanyu there will be there, like what we are now. Imagine those yesteryear. It's more than 65, 70 years ago I'm talking about. So it was very nice. So what I did, I took the 2 lines from that song for Abhimanyu, played by my students. And then when I came as Gatotkaja, in order to, Gatotkajan takes the role of Vatsala, and he carries Vatsala and keeps with his mother. So what happens, he's actually a male, but doing the female role. It was funny throughout. It was really, really very nice. And it came out very well. Just everything with one costume, what we wear. And just by hand, I don't carry the real mace. No, not even not even just for the sake of even that, not even a paper or a cardboard maze, nothing I carry, just a hand. What I did, I just wore a garland as Vatsala, because Vatsala is supposed to be. So the way she scares Duryodhana's son, where Sakuni wants him to marry Vatsala, and the way it was very funny and it was very nice. That was Vatsala Kalyanam. And Shakti Mahime we've done, dealing with all Shaktis, Devis, and of course Kutrala Kuravanji now, and Veeram Vilainda Bhumi, in order to, for this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the 75th year of our India's independence, I paid a tribute to the freedom fighters of Tamil Nadu, taking 7 of them, which was again a very interesting piece. And now, talking about this house from solo to group and group to solo, I'll be telling you that names also now. Talking on this, we have used dupatta as a single prop, enacting a day's core of a working mother. Just watch this. It's the full piece is 3.5 minutes only, using Lalgudi Mama's violin as the BGM. So that we have just used dupatta as a single prop in order to show how a modern contemporary working mother. Yes, now Dhanishri will show you that. You want a dupatta? You will take out this dupatta. Okay. It's a very interesting piece, actually, my dear viewers. Are you able to hear the music?
No. No, we're not able to hear the music, ma'am.
She's working. She goes to her house and she takes her baby in that same dupatta. And she sleeps on the dupatta. That's it. It is again a sample. It's a very, very interesting piece. It's a very interesting piece where she uses the dupatta as a broom and she sweeps and mops the floor, and then she cooks on that. One of my students in, I think, 2001, 2002, she won the, the Jaya TV Takadimita show. Winners versus winners, she won. She did this only. And she got the first prize, one of my students. So it's all, these are good innovations, but this you can't do it in a sabha, okay? You have to just like this is good. It's good for a workshop, for a lecture demonstration like this. Now, among the many composers, compositions of 4 eminent composers have come into dance field, though not originally meant for dance. They are Saint Tyagaraja, Oothakade Venkatakavi, Annamaya, and Swati Tirunal. There may be many more. I have had the good fortune to have presented compositions of all these 4 composers under different titles. When I presented Annamaya Bhakti Manjari, dealing with Navavida Bhakti from the Sankirtanas of Thalapakam Annamacharya, Srimati M.S. Subbalakshmi herself, M.S. Amma, herself came August 16th, 1996 at Naradagana Sabha main hall. She lit the Kuttavalakku, my dear children, in the august presence of the elite. And Sri T.S. Patsati Mama, the then musicologist, and he was also the former secretary of Music Academy. He helped me to categorize the songs in the 9 types of devotion: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, all the 9 types of devotion, which was a grand success. For Smaranam example, we took Bhavayami Gopala Balam. And I choreographed this in such a way that Yashoda, in a flashback, finds so much of happiness thinking of Krishna's younger days. Incidentally, all compositions of Annamaya on Krishna are exclusively on Balakrishna, not a single on adult Krishna. Also, I have choreographed and presented Kuchela Upakyanam of Swati Tirunal's Harikatha, lasting for 25 minutes only, which was appreciated in the Citibank Kalakshetra Art Festival on September 4th, 1999, I'm talking, after which I've taught many students this Kuchela Upakyanam. You know Kuchela, Sudama and Krishna's friendship, how with that poha, that relationship will come. Apart from these, many modern composers are fleeting the field with their compositions. Sabhas, institutions, and Doordarshan are anxious to arrange these, meaning the introduction of innovations are welcome. In fact, I have been branded as an unorthodox choreographer by one of the Delhi writer called Anjana Rajan. But I have never, nor will I ever move away from tradition. That also she wrote in the Hindu many years ago, maybe 2005. Yeah. Srekala, known for her unorthodox choreography. Yes. They say, not a copybook recital, it's a copybook. It will be without, nothing will be written in the books, some things, but which will be interesting, the unorthodox choreography. Also, using the CD, the audio CD of the singer Nityashri Mahadevan, rendition of Bo Shambhu, I have presented 30 of my students for the art of living in the immediate presence of His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. And for FICCI, this and all I'm telling the corporate shows, how we present it. For FICCI on water and for Scholastic at IIT, online and the mouse. For water, I took one of the one musician's fusion music, only the instrument. And Lion and the Mouse, I took a Tamil version from the Google. And all the children, about 20, 25, I think so many children did it for Scholastic at IIT. And even reading through dance, which I did for Mrs. Rashmi Auntie at PSBB in her school with my students, reading through dance. So I took that Odi Vilayade Papa of Bharatiyars. And then in a Tilana, I have presented one fusion with Ghatam Karthik's ensemble for a private channel. I think, Jaya TV. For a private channel, I performed, his ensemble will be there and my orchestra will be there, my solo. I did all his composition. It was beautiful. He had his drums, he had his Ghatam, he had the Ganjira, everything. That I did the Ratipati Priya Tilana, but it was a 45-minute show. And also in Tilana, I have presented Fit to Dance Tilana. In the Ragam Dhanashri Tilana, I have introduced the yoga and the fitness, some of the poses, which Dhanashri will show you now. And the other variety that I have shown was taking the Kriti and the Tilana in the same Ragam. I took Vidwan, for example, I'm telling Vidwan Madurai and Krishnan's Revati Raga Kriti of Durge, and his Tilana in Revati, Deem, Tadim, and it'll come back to back. The one of Durga and then the Tilana, which was again very much welcomed. And so we're almost coming to the end. Let Dhanashri dance that Fit to Dance Tilana. Come. Not fully, just a sample.
Ma'am, we are not able to hear the music though.
Apdiya, I'm so sorry. I wish you had told me earlier, ma.
No problem, ma'am.
I hope you.
No, we're not
see.
able to hear it.
Wait. She's not played as yet. 1 second, Lavanya. Okay. Is it okay?
No, ma'am.
we've kept next to the laptop.
What's happening is when you speak, we are able to hear, but audios, I don't know, for some reason, I'm not able to hear.
Ilama, we've kept it on the Bluetooth speaker.
Okay, still we're not
Okay,
able.
இன்னொரு break from the laptop. இல்லையா அவளுக்கு பார்க்க முடியாது. லேப்டாப்ல இருந்து பண்ணா இவ ஆட முடியாது இல்லையா?
She can.
லேப்டாப்ல இருந்து ப்ளே பண்ணா கேக்குமா லாவண்யா?
Yes, ma'am. I'll make you a co-host so that you can play from the laptop only.
Okay. Yeah, she's just generating it.
Sure. Sure. Take your time. You relax.
She'll make you also the host. Thank you, and share.
I have made you a co-host, ma'am.
Okay, then do it. Okay. You know where it is?
Yes.
Can you hear?
Yes.
This is the chorway. That's all. See, this is a yoga pose. Yes, that's it. She's just switching it off. Wait. So you understood, no? Lavanya and others? It's a very interesting, it goes on for about 7 minutes, this Tilana, 6.5 minutes. In fact, I presented a fitness to dance, a paper in Greece in 2017. And I took 4 students of mine along with me, and it was very beautiful. They wanted something new, so I did this. Among the others, I did in Ramayana, from Ramayana, I took the Sita Swayamvaram, Swayamvara Velai Vandadu. So it was very nice. And in July 2019, where by God's grace and my Guru's blessings, we celebrated the milestone celebrations of my 50 years of dancing and 20 years of my teaching, Tejas. So we named it as 2050. Some of them were teasing, oh, in 2019, you're celebrating 2050. Where at that time only we launched my coffee table book, Yatra, my journey in dance. For that, as a central piece, we just danced for about, Chitra was also present. We just danced for ours was only about 30 minutes. And I don't want to go too deep into it. From other items, I had requested all guest performances also. And so I choreographed one Salangai. Salangai is, as I told you, Gedja or the Nupur, the dancer that he or she wears. For the music was given to me by L. Narendra Kumar, okay? And the dance choreography I did for my students. And that was one of the brilliant choreography with the music composition that everybody said. And I was so touched that Salangai, about 10 of them will dance, 8 or 10 of them. It is describing Lord Shiva, his beauty and grace and of Shiva. So she will just do that Salangai again. That is only a 3.5 minute piece, but you're doing it only just for 1 minute she will do and give you. And it's a very nice piece, after which I will be concluding, okay? Let her do the Salangai. Again, that's a very innovative piece. That she did even in her solo. She did in her solo, yeah. Yes. So it goes on like that. It's a very, very nice piece. It's a very beautiful group by my students. So now, in conclusion, I, being a solo Bharatanatyam dancer, looking back, feel blessed and happy to have successfully delved into contemporary and traditional themes appreciated by press and connoisseurs. It cannot be denied that the introduction of new themes and stage presentations have given Bharatanatyam a different look. Bharatanatyam is not a static art, and tradition is not a stagnant pool of water. Both are live and ever-flowing streams, and what is good only remains over a period of time. Change is inherent in every performing art. Innovations are absolutely necessary to keep Bharatanatyam vibrant and else to make it contemporary. This is not what I say, what sage Bharata defined Natya when he said, Yoyam swabhava lokasya sukha dukkha samanvitaha so anghadya binayo peto natyamiti abhidiyate. What is prevalent in society is reflected in dance and vice versa. After the Renaissance, 1932, almost 100 years ago, gurus and performers have been taking great pains to introduce innovation while preserving the purity of the art. Moreover, younger generation dancers are keen to have something new and have revolutionary, sometimes evolutionary ideas. Often they have their own way with the guru also. Old order changeth, yielding place to new, lest one good custom should corrupt the world, says Alfred Tennyson, meaning the tradition evolves and revolves around the aesthetic sensibilities of the connoisseurs. So I thank Lavanya, I thank you, and I thank all of you, Lavanya, to give this opportunity, and all of you to listen patiently to our innovation and thematic presentation in Bharatanatyam. Now you can ask any interactive question that you may have.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes.
I don't know how, we were glued to the seat for 1 hour and didn't think about anything else, but could visualize the great work.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
It's an honor to listen to you. So, as a host, I take the pleasure of asking you the first question.
Thank you so much. Lovely to see so many of them. I wish I could see them, but I cannot. Everything is in small icon. That's okay. Anybody wants to ask anything, my dear?
Yeah, ma'am, I'd like to start my question, ma'am. So, you made one point where you said we have to be grounded in tradition, and after a certain years only, we have to try to innovate, but always grounded on the tradition. That I
always stick to the tradition. Yeah.
Sticking to the tradition. My question, ma'am, in a dance teacher's journey, like everybody evolves, right? A dance teacher also, initially, when for the first set of students, when she is doing her arangetram, that would be a test for the dance teacher as well. Of course, every arangetram, every performance is a test for the teacher as well. At that time, won't the kids who did arangetrams initially will feel, oh, maybe that innovation piece was slightly missing for me, but for other students,
no, they should not feel. They should never feel it, and the guru should make things very clear to that particular student. During your arangetram, you cannot afford to have any innovation. Innovation, because the margam has to be followed. Then how will the child know what is tradition? What is traditional Bharatanatyam? How will that poor child know? It all depends on the guru, right? So it depends on the guru at least till they are about 30 years old. And then later on, they themselves can even try their choreography, but ask the guru or ask whomever that they have as guidance. They can ask them whether this is correct, whether this suits me, whether it doesn't. Always, it's better to have an elderly person for your guidance, always. And for arangetram, why need of innovation? I don't understand. You should not. No need for innovation in arangetram. No, that's what I said. We should all be very careful while we publicize our items. That's what the youngsters should follow. Suit means they must see to it. They can't be wearing a sleeveless blouse to do a Kautum or a Alaripu or a Jataswaram. It's not, will it look good? I'm asking you from stage. No, no, it won't look, maybe just for fun, it may. Even for practice, my students ask Chitra or Dhanashri. Even for practice, they'll wear a short sleeves or whatever it is, and they must come with the bindi and either a single plait or a ponytail, and they must wear one bangle like that. I always insist, but it all depends. As long as they are clad in their rehearsal costume, I'm happy about that. That's it.
That's awesome.
So, you start teaching, and Lavanya, you learn a lot when you teach.
Very true.
You end up learning a lot when you teach also. So I also become a student at that time. When I'm teaching my student, I also learn that, oh yeah, we must do this, we must do that. In my case, I am very fortunate that I was under the same guru for 30 years, which has helped me a lot in how to choreograph a varnam. Means I'll see to it that I will start choreographing the swarams first. I never, and then come to the muktai, and then I come the reverse way sometimes. And then the whole varnam will come. And then the action, the sancharis, I take it later. It's like that.
Excellent. We have my friend Jyoti Jyotish. Jyoti, do you want to show your face and then ask question? Ma'am would be happy to see faces, man.
Yes, please.
I look very ghastly.
She looks what?
I look ghastly, I said.
No, that's okay. This is only a laptop, no problem. Yeah.
I first of all want to thank Lavanya for this beautiful session. You never fail, my dear. You are really Lavanya personified, seriously.
How sweet.
And ever since I've been on Instagram, I watch all the interviews that is conducted by you, Srekala ji. And
how sweet.
Seriously, it has been my earnest desire to be a part of any session or a workshop that is conducted by you. And I will now like to switch over to Tamil, and I'll say the same in English because I think it will be more effective in Tamil if I say this. நீங்க சொன்ன விஷயங்கள் எல்லாம் கோல்டுல எச் பண்ணி வைக்கணும். நிஜமா சொல்றேன், முதல்ல நாம ஸ்டூடெண்டா இருக்கிற போது கத்துக்கிறது என்னன்னா குருவை மதிக்க கத்துக்கணும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்.
Correct. Guru Arul, Thiru Arul. The minute you start giving the respect, automatically ellame varum theriyumama. Ellame vandrum.
There is a beautiful saying by Kabir Das where he says, I forgot the first two lines, but he says, Hari roothe, Guru thor hai. Guru roothe nahi thor. Even if God is angry with you, you will have refuge if your Guru is benevolent to you. But if your Guru is angry with you, there is no source of recourse for you anymore.
My Guru has told me that. Sarsa teacher has told me, Tamil na pavam avangalukku English theriyadu. She has told me, ஒரு குரு துரோகம் நினைக்க கூட கூடாது. Even if Guru say things, ஐயோ அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட் என்ன அப்படி பண்ணிட்டாலேன்னா அவளுக்கு அது டவுன்ஃபால் தாண்டி ரொம்ப ஸ்வீட்டா சொல்லுவாங்க சர்சா டீச்சர். ஐயோ பரவாயில்ல டீச்சர், அப்படிலாம் இல்ல, நான் அந்த மாதிரிலாம் நான் நினைக்கவே மாட்டேன் டீச்சர், எனக்கு எல்லாருமே ஸ்வீட், எல்லாருமே நல்லவா. அதனால ஐயோ அவ அப்படி பண்ணிட்டாலே, why did she do that? My nature is I directly ask the student, hey, why it's so what, where this child who's highly talented, 12th standard, like even this morning I asked her, hey, 12th mudicha, why is it that one day in a year also you didn't come and ask her? I won't go talk behind her back. I don't have that quality. If I want to, I will ask everybody in front of them. And yes, we are also human beings. We also get hurt. But na inda kaadla vaangi inda kaadla vittuduven. Avladhaan na cheri nee edho paavam kolandha thane. Namba periva we have to adjust na appadi panniduven. Paavam adu kolandha thane, adu edho sollama edho idu panniduthu. I won't adu na romba serious ave eduthuka matten amma. Varangla nalla dance, enakku dance na very மாமியார் சொல்லுவா, நீ 24 மணி நேரம் டான்ஸ் பத்தி தான் பேசுற நீ என்கிட்ட. Of course they're all wishing me from above now, my parents and my in-laws. So வேற ஏதான question இருக்குமா? Thank you ma, very nice of you.
I just want to say I'm so happy to be able to be a part of this particular session because it's always been my earnest desire to have a word with you. Your laughter is so infectious, you know. It'll pull up anybody from their boredom. Seriously, I'm telling you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're most welcome. I'm so touched. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And if you ever decide to host a workshop, please do let me know.
Nichima, I will. Because I did host one to Indumati Gopalakrishnan of US. I don't know which part. Yeah, she stays, Chitra.
California side.
I hosted for her. I took this Chokanadar Kautuvam and what is the other item? 3 items I took for them. Nice. Just I thought I'll definitely let you know. Sure, Jyoti.
Yeah, thank you so much. Lovely. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Anybody else, Lavanya?
You said Indumati Gopalakrishnan, right, ma'am?
Yes.
I think she's in Delaware. my state.
Whose son also dances, Preetham.
Akshatpiram.
Akshatpiram. He's going to dance. He's coming to Chennai. He's going to dance also for my festival. I organize a Tejas Balanachyotsava. He danced online during the pandemic, strictly between 8 years and 12 years of age. And she had requested that she is planning to come to India. So I have just preponed the festival. One thing, but they come from US, so I've just preponed for their sake, and I'll have other students other than Akshat.
Excellent, ma'am. Excellent. There was one question. There was one more hand. Gayatri, ma'am, would you like to ask your question, please?
Would you like to ask any question, Dhanashri? Chitra? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe after Guy. Yes, Chitra can ask any question if you want. No, Gayatri first. Hey, I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah. Can you, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, you
Humble
are.
namaskaram to you, ma'am. I'm a big fan of you. I watched Veeram Vilaindaman in Mylapore last 2-3 months before.
Oh,
when
thank you.
Now I'm residing in Kerala.
Okay.
I started viewing yours from following yours from your Durge Tillana interspersed
Yes.
with the yes. From that time, I used to watch your everything. I used to follow in YouTubes and all. I'm
Thank
very
you.
big fan of you. I'm very thankful to be part of this workshop. I admire you so many times. I admire you in many instances. Madam, this workshop is like you are an ocean of knowledge, and
You
to give
know
us
what? I am a
knowledge-
droplet in this ocean of Bharatanatyam. Okay.
what you have given us is a just drop. So if we want to experience more or understand more or see your things more, how can we, ma'am? Like the dupatta item, what you showed now, it was very interesting. And the Kuchela item you told about. Yes,
Kuchilopakyanam of Swati Tirunals.
we are sort of anxious to watch this. So it is available in
See,
YouTube.
Kuchilopakyanam, one of my students, Tejaswini, would have uploaded. But I will let Lavanya know, okay? And Lavanya will tell you. And maybe we can have such, different workshops once a year or something like that. We work it out.
Yes,
and accordingly, you can definitely learn. That is no problem at all. Okay. And if at all, any one of you, I'll tell Lavanya, any Zoom means you can come directly and ask me also.
sure.
Okay. Thank
that
you.
Lavanya can coordinate. Yeah. Thank you, Gayatri. Thank you.
There's one question in the chat which says, ma'am, any suggestion to young dancer to improve innovative ideas for dance production?
Are they talking about the age group above 25 or above 30?
Aditi, ma'am, I'm not seeing you here. Maybe you there? Okay. Maybe, but I think your entire presentation was on that only, right, ma'am? How we can, but you have very clearly laid out that innovation should come very later. Initially, it should be.
Latent imagination must be there right from the beginning.
Okay.
Imagination is different from innovation. Okay. Unless and until you have imagination, like Sakiye in the Velayil, for that, so many things you can put in the Velayil, so many. This is the time, this is the right time, whatever it is, so many things you can show. Like that, imagination must be there right from the, see, so many, Layam is inborn, the grace is inborn. So even if what I, from my experience of having students for so many years, since 1999 that I started my dance school, Tejas, even a dedicated, hard-working student, their talent will be shown if they really work hard and if they are focused in dance. So imagine if the talent is added to that. I give very tough choreography for such students of mine who are naturally talented, who have the layam, who have everything with them, the nritta and the grace, everything. Then I give them the tough choreography. The rest, according, see, 5 fingers are not the same, but we need everything. So according to them, I do the choreography. See, you can't expect every child to be imaginative, right from Taya Taya, I'm saying.
Yes.
One child will be grasping power will be more. Another child, the grasping power will be less. But once she or he grasps, they'll be excellent. They may not forget about it. So you must encourage everyone who shows a genuine interest in dance. And times have surely changed. We have to go with the times. I adjust to my students' time, sometime if they say, Auntie, I have an exam, can I come? If they have a solo, whatever it is, can I come in the morning? You can ask Chitra also, even the Zoom timing, I adjust according to the students because I am available. Unless until I go as a chief guest, unless until I have some other commitment. That I tell them, I'm so sorry, Kannamma, let us have in the morning. I say, no, Auntie, morning, it won't be possible. There is IST morning. So it depends. It depends like that, I have one more student in Houston. Recently, she joined about 6 months back. And she also, like I always tell her, both my NRI students are very good students. They always see to it that they ask and they are very soft and at the same time highly talented. Chitra, Lavanya, she'll always tell me how I wish I was there, Auntie. She's born and brought up there. Okay. So I tell my students here, you people are staying next door, and Chitraka wants to be here. If she was in India, she would have been here almost thrice a week dance class. And you people don't even come once in a month, I keep telling them.
Actually,
Ask Dhanashri, don't I tell? I openly tell Lavanya, I will never talk behind their back. I'll openly praise them, I'll openly scold them. And immediately my scolding and all, I'll become all right. I'll just give them a hug and a kiss, and that my students are also very happy about it.
it's there, ma'am. So if the jasmine is available in our own home, we won't know its value. For us, the look, we can only.
No, that is only that because, I don't blame the children also, Lavanya. They have been too much under pressure in school and college. So I don't blame the children also. Whereas in my days, we used to adjust to teacher's timing. From Besanagar, from my place, to go to Aryapuram, Annamalapuram, it takes nearly half an hour. Those days, now it will take 1 hour. So, but still, I used to go only Sasa teacher. Amanga enna time sonanglo andha time da na poven. I can't say, can I come at this time? She'll say, don't come to class today, come tomorrow. But now times have changed. See, for instance, if your own students or all the other teacher students are telling that they have a career-oriented exam, what will you do? You have to adjust with them, which we never, as I'm telling you, this 4th of July, I'm going to be 62. I'm 61 plus. So we never had all that. We were never pressurized in our academics. Nowadays, how students, peer pressure. The comparison in the ammakal and the appakal. Any need. That's why I think I go to pick up my grandson. He's in 4th standard now. From 3rd, he's just gone to 4th in this Mylapore Vidya Mandir. I go to pick him up. They don't even get involved in any studies. There are still mothers who will be sitting and talking. I'll tell them, will you all shut up? Keep quiet and let's enjoy picking up the children. Don't say that, oh, she did not do that example. She did not read the reading class. I never bother. My son used to be a merit card holder. Now my grandson, he got a merit card. I'm very proud and happy about it. See, once the children should not be pressurized. That's what I'm trying to say. And if the parents in the house are good, no problem. No problem. See, for instance, what did you do, Chitra? Medical physics, sir? No, that's Nivi. What have you done, Chitra?
Auntie, I have studied neuroscience and speech therapy, and now I'm working as a pediatric speech therapist.
See, with that, she used to come only once a week. Those days, from 2009, it was twice a week. And then she'd come during the summer of US year, July, August, maybe for about 3.5 weeks. And she will record and book my teachings. And anyway, now that everything is available online, and she'll always perform 2 or 3 performances and group performances with me, which gives her lots of confidence to go on stage. So 2015 also, no, 2014, when I went to Detroit, we performed this Dasavataram.
Yes.
With her and with other students of other teachers in Detroit.
And in addition to that, Auntie also held a workshop, which was about fitness and dance together. So how we can incorporate fitness to condition our body for dancing.
Excellent, excellent.
It was very nice. That's so fit to dance as Dhanashree Tilana came up.
Okay.
My student Dhanashree danced her Ragam Tilana. Dhanashree.
Awesome.
Anybody else? Any other question?
Also, before we end, I just want to bring everyone's attention to the chat window. I have put the links for Srekala Bharath TSPA YouTube channel, where you will find a lot of Srekala Auntie's YouTube videos, a lot of the videos that she referenced today, and as well as other students' videos also. And I've also put the link for my YouTube channel, Chitra Lakshumanan, where you will find, for example, the Ragam, Tanam, Pallavi, the Ashtapati, those videos and all. So you will find those links in the chat for you to refer to.
Damn good. So you can give them now itself, is it, Chitra?
Yes, Auntie. If they check the chat window, they will see.
Very nice. Lavanya, the work is done then.
Once
Good. You people can even subscribe to my YouTube and you can watch many videos.
Yeah,
It'll be very, very interesting. You can watch the Abhang, Ashtapadi, and the Saki, and the Padams like Thiruvil Varano, and the invocatory items in Sri Ganapatini on Pullayar, and then Thillanas, various Thillanas. And during the pandemic, I did Tejas Natanam. I did not say Tejas Dance Festival at home. We recorded, and she recorded from US, and another student put it together, Anushri by name, and it was so nice. I gave the introduction. Tejas Natanam will be on my YouTube. You can learn the full Surya Mudra Alaripa is there. One of my students called Shiraja has done it. Full Surya Mudra Alaripa. For that only, Chitra did Saki. And Dhanashree did the Dharu Varnam and Kamas, Mate Malayat Vaja. All that will be full, my dear Rasika audience, viewers. Everything full Mate Varnam for about 22 minutes. And full Tilana. And this Dhanashree Tilana Fit to Dance was done by Ramya Priya. And Saki, full Saki by Chitra. And I did that in 2007, December season. And they wrote very well about that also. Very well. So that I interspersed for instead of a Padam and Javli, because what I did for about 9.5 or 10 minutes, but Chitra edited to about 7 minutes, I suppose. I'm not very sure about it.
Yes, around 6-7 minutes.
Yeah.
I have already subscribed to your channel.
How sweet.
You are my, I have a few Manasa gurus. You are one among them.
Oh my God, thank you, Ma.
I mean it. Even before I started viewing your interviews on this one, Instagram, I've seen your videos on YouTube wherein you teach the adabus and all that.
Yes.
Yes. So, and now the TSPA part of it, I've already subscribed, and even Chitra, your channel also I've subscribed. Wherever you can get to learn things, I'm always interested in that. And my huge bow to your large-heartedness to share knowledge.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you. Thank you. That's what Nandini Ramani Akka told on 20th when she felicitated me and Vaijayanti Akka, both Meenakshi, Chittaranjan and Nandini Akka. Nandini Akka was telling her smile is always very infectious. I was touched when you also used the same line.
To add to it, just one more point I'd like to add to it. My mother is my guru. And my mother is a student of Chandrika Kumar, who has been personally trained by Vaijayanti Malaji.
By?
Vaijayanti Malaji.
Wow!
Yes.
Fantastic.
She kept Chandrika ma'am at her residence, taught her, conducted her Arangetram also. And my mother learned from her, and I learned from my mother. She's no more.
Beautiful.
So
lovely.
Dance, it is like oxygen for me. That is what is keeping me going.
So cute. Dance is my prayers. Everything is dance to me also. Yes, Lavanya, anything else? Can we finish?
Yes, ma'am. With this good note, I'd like to conclude this today's session. Thank you so much once again, ma'am, it's been wonderful listening to you. It's just that, for want of time, I think I have to relieve you and relieve all of them who are sitting here. Thank you so much, ma'am. And any workshops or anything that is coming up, please inform, ma'am. I'll pass on to all the 8 groups and the
100%. 100%. Thank
everybody.
you so much, Lavanya. Thanks to every one of you. And thanks, my dear Chitra and dear Dhanashri, who came at the last moment. Poor thing, only this morning she resumed her classes and I pulled her. I said, evening, you come. I think it's better you dance and show the dupatta and all. I just be clad in a sari and sit down. Because if it was a stage, I would have danced along with four students. Anyway, that's good. And all of you, bye. See you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Special
Namaskar.
thanks to your
Thank
students.
you, Lavanya.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Auntie.
Bye, Kana. Yes.